Hello and welcome back to another Space Engineers showcase video. In today's video, we're looking at another atmospheric transport ship, and this one is called the V-80 Skyhopper, which is this lovely thing right here. So this is a small block, fairly large ship that has a full-on interior that's capable of ferrying quite a few people from one place to another. Pressing F10 and finding it in the spawn menu, there it is. This thing is 616 small blocks and requires the Sparks of the Future DLC pack. With that out of the way, I think it's time to take a look around the outside, then we'll fly it around for a bit and see how it handles. So all the way over to here, this is what we get at the very front. A lovely glass cockpit for us to peer out of when flying this thing via that small control seat. Just below that, we've got two spotlights to light up the darkness, and they've been attached onto some blast or edge blocks. Moving around the side, we're going to get a better view of our cockpit and just how clearly we'll be able to see everything all around us. Coming over to here, this is our doorway to get in and out, and we can see some batteries, a gyroscope and some atmospheric thrusters to help push us around and stop us. If I was to come all the way out to here, we'll be able to see our first thruster pod, which has two large atmospheric thrusters to help keep us off the ground, as well as two small ones to help on our left and our right, along with a blinking interior light sitting on a blast or edge block. We come all the way over to here, this is how it's been held on. We've got some lovely blue blocks and red blocks coming across from our battery and gyroscope onto the thrusters. Continuing along the main body of this ship, there we go, we've got some lovely blockwork right here, and a teeny tiny window to view in and out. As we move around to the back, we've got another battery and an access point for our reactor in case our batteries aren't enough for what we need to do. Then continuing all the way along to the back here, this is what we get here. A small cargo access to dump stuff in and out, a blinking white light so we can always find it in the darkness, and just below that we've got ourselves an O2H2 generator to top ourselves off and that antenna to help find this thing. Then continuing along the bottom, beams for here, we can see ourselves a connector to snap onto a base, recharge this thing and all that, as well as some sneaky landing gear which aren't really needed thanks to those blast or edge blocks, but it's nice if you want to keep this thing snapped onto a grid. As we move along, there's the bottom of our blast or edges, and there's our spotlights at the front. If we come up and above here, all the way above our cockpit, we've got some more thrusters to help us go forwards and backwards, a camera sitting on a remote control block, and a beacon sitting right behind it. Then we can see the tops of our batteries right there, and some more atmospheric thrusters. And then towards the back, there we go. And that is that for the outside. So it's a fantastic looking ship, and it's absolutely amazing that we can have small block interiors now thanks to those doors. What we're going to do is hop on into the character and go on inside. So walking around this thing, yes, we've got quite a view over there of the alien planet. I do really like this area that I'm in, this snowy part of the alien-like planet with all these trees all the way around here, and you can view all the way down there. Just an absolute glorious view. You can see all the planets up there, and of course the Skyblock planet. Yes, I'm quite fond of this area. Probably build a base later. Yes, coming over to here and opening up the door, we can just hop on and walk inside and close up the door behind us. There we go. And this is what we get for the interior. At the front, we got ourselves our seat to fly this thing, along with an LCD screen showing us our artificial horizon, our time, and our meters per second, but we'll look at that closely a bit later. Moving towards the back, we can carry two people in here, and plenty of people standing, so if you want to use this as a bus service, you can do. And below us right here, we've got our connector, so we can access stuff going in and out. We've got our cargo access right here, where we can dump stuff in we don't need. We can see our batteries there, plenty of conveyors going all the way along here in case we want to attach something onto it, and a programmable block which isn't currently set up to do anything, it's just displaying a fancy little screen. But in case you wanted to, you could always add it in a door script, so we can go and throw that in there, and then have the doors automatically close behind us on a set timer. If I crouch and look up, we'll be able to see the bottoms of our batteries, as well as an interior light to light up the area. And if I was to switch this over to nighttime, like so, got a nice bright interior, so there's no risk of it being spooky dark. Closing that up and switching the light back to the daytime, there we go. Let's hop into our seat and get a look in first person. So looking all the way around, we got a fantastic view at what's coming up ahead of us and where we're going. See our LCD screens just sitting on our corner blocks like so, and looking up, we can see our artificial horizon. Looking down on here, we've got another artificial horizon block, but we could always replace one of these with a script if we wanted to. Bringing up the HUD, this is what we get. So number one is going to be to view the camera at the very top there, in case we need to get a good view all the way forwards. Number two is our spotlights, which sit just below our cockpit, so we can switch them on and off as we please. 6 and 7 is for our landing gear to lock and unlock and to turn them on and off. Number 8 is for our beacon, and number 9 is for our antenna. Tab number 2 and 3 is empty, so it's time to fly this thing around. So lifting off all the way over here, bearing in mind I am on the alien-like planet, so our gravity is a little higher than normal, and flying this thing forwards, we've got some nice speed considering we're a transport ship. Stopping as well is going to be the same because we've got the same thruster distribution forwards and backwards. And just letting that come to a complete stop, we'll go left and right. Going left, we are quite slow with that, but perfectly fine for a non-combat transport ship. Going right is going to be the same because our thrusters are identical, and then going down we are going to be quite fast, but that'll be partly due to the extra gravity, and then going up we are nice and fast. Look at that, those 4 large atmospheric thrusters are doing a lot of work there, so we can pull away from the ground very quickly if we're in an emergency. As for wiggling my mouse around, this is what we get. We've got a nice bit of weight on there. It's not floaty whatsoever, we've still got plenty of control, and it's just right for this size of ship, and what I personally prefer. But that is it for the Skyhopper. It's a very nice ship to transport people from one place to another, and there'll be a link to it in the description below if you do wish to play around with it yourself. But as for that, I think that is it for this ship, and it's time to greet our face with the Mountainside. So here we come all the way down, first person view, straight into the ground, and smash. There we go. Doesn't appear to have done too much damage, we just simply lost the glass at the front. So yes, thank you all for watching, and I'll be back with another video some point soon. Bye bye.